It's finale time. Welcome everyone. The finale is finally here. It's been a while. Actually, it's not been too long. It's only been about 5-6 weeks. This makes a week 6 of the consecutive weeks of building. So it really wasn't too long, but and technically I was done last week. But it's done and it looks great. So you're going to be seeing a bunch of videos and clips that I've made to kind of show everything I can for all the details that I was trying to capture, and just kind of get the overall look that I was going for and the explanation behind the stories and different characters that I have in the MOC itself. And then next week, so the week after the one you're seeing here today, will be a more of a cinematic stop motion kind of thing. Not really stop motion, but just like still shots that I put with some cool music or something. Just to get kind of more of the action shots, a little bit better focus, just because the camera, when I'm kind of panning around, kind of gets you dizzy or something. But yeah, that's the plan, so enjoy. We'll roll that intro one last time. guys, here it is, Felucia in its prime. We are finally finished, so now it is time to do the walkthrough. Then I'll do a cinematic video probably after this, about a week later. So let's start. We're going to start over on this side, work our way over. So over here we do have the building. This is based off of the pictures that I have. Put the little piece on here. Simulate that work is going inside. They got some heat or something. Over here in the corner we got some little crates of some sort for oxygen or whatever. Then we have another one back there. Then we got some crops that one of these little guys is harvesting from the plants. They're all out here in the fields. And we have another one over here. It's kind of being frightened because they are fighting the Accolade over there. Then we have this pathway and this little, I don't know what you want to call this, little entryway into the farm. And I kind of made this fade in, I guess, was what I was trying to do. Kind of where you can see where the farm starts and ends and where the thick foliage continues. Move that a little bit. These things aren't really fixed to the ground, they're just kind of sitting, so they get knocked over pretty easily. And we got some more farm over here. And then we got our troops. This is a custom battalion, and then some custom ARC troopers as well, and our custom Jedi right here. So this is supposed to take place kind of around the same time as the Camino arc and the Clone Wars show. Yeah, here's a look kind of down the road. And then I'm going to try to open this up without breaking anything too much, with just one hand, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like in the inside. So it's just held on by a couple studs. Set that down for a second. And you can kind of see in here, got a couch, little sink, some sort of energy pouch or something, table, and a little table, and like a bed. And then we over in this corner we got like a little music or radio. That's about it. And you can kind of see the window comes in right there. And now you can kind of see from in here a little bit better. Yeah, I think that turned out really good. So we'll just put this right back on for a second. Yeah. And then we got some thick foliage. So I tried a different technique with this. Just basically sprinkling in some bright colors and different types of foliage pieces. Trying to basically achieve like a very thick looking vegetation. And a variety of different types of plants and techniques. Kind of like a little glass dome. And we got some of these taller plants, as well as these too. So some of the actual plants that I'm going after, these little orange ones that are kind of pictured throughout the Felucia world, and some pictures that I was able to find. And the road kind of continues up here. And we got some troopers here. They seem to be running. And this one right here seems to be firing directly at the Accolade over there. Yeah, we got another guy over there firing. Their helmets are just stationed. Gavin Production Studios or Lego Gavin removes the heads, so they're you can just kind of angle the helmets a little better. So kind of borrowing his idea there for this technique. There's some more troops here just in the run. And then we got one just kind of casually sitting there. Kind of not bothered yet. Not sure if he just doesn't know what's all going on, or just really good at keeping his straight face. As well as a couple over here. This guy seems to be investigating the foliage here. as well as the one over there seems to be firing over at the Accolade as well. We got some more troops here just walking in with the ATTE. It looks like the leg is a little propped. Fix that real quick. There. And this is the Brick Vault ATTE. Very cool set to build. And we got a gunner up here, and the gunner as well is firing at the Accolade. Looks pretty cool. And then over here we just got some more foliage to wrap around the edge of the MOC. And I kind of like these type of plants. They're basically the head of it gets a little too heavy, so it kind of falls down. Was the idea for that. And then we just got these guys right here. I don't know the actual names for these plants, but they're all throughout, as well as the big tulip looking big plants as well. And the technique that I was able to get, you can kind of see there is some curvature, which I think looks really cool. Some of these curve a little bit better than others. Yeah. And then we got some really cool texturing with the road. I wish there was a little bit more plates or tile, more tile to the plate ratio, but just with parts that I used, kind of gives a little bit more of a plate. It's about 75% plate, and then the other 25 is tile. And we just got some plants sprinkled in as well as some mushrooms. Get a look under there. And all the front guns are also facing the Accolade. Got this cool little plant right here. And this all rides up along the other side of the ATTE up to the back. Just a really thick foliage back here. And then in this middle road is where I kind of have the 2nd battalion of troops kind of coming in from the other side of the jungle. And the story here is they were about to meet up with this group where the Accolade kind of started chasing them. So they started to run to meet up with the rest of the group. So we got a bunch of troops back here starting to fire. And then we got our commander right here at the very front, kind of ducking over, trying to get to cover. And then the Jedi, which would have been just in front of him, leaped up over here and is going to take on the Accolade head on. He's got his lightsaber, and this is just a custom Jedi. This is supposed to be the Padawan to my other Jedi over here, which that would be the Master. Yeah, this Accolade looks really good. He's a little bit taller than what it should be, but I think he looks pretty good though, still. Plus it helps cover up this area of foliage that I kind of ran out of parts to do, so he takes up a good chunk of that, kind of making it look like he is trampling the crops down or whatever. Yeah, you can get a good look right there into his mouth. Yeah, so that leads up in here. And that is the overall battle. And inside these ATTEs, I have some pilots. Kind of see one of them, and then the second one is also back there. I'll pull it out real quick. So there you can see the other guy back there. And then in here we also got some more troops. Got some ARF troopers. And I wasn't able to fit any gunners in here. Just because it's a little tight to kind of squeeze them in there, and I have to take it apart. And I probably should have done that part before, but it was a little tight trying to fit them in there, so I just decided not to. And you can kind of see here, this is the obvious little door for more troops to get out, which in this time they would be about to need reinforcements to take on this Accolade, so they will be starting to flood out there. And back here we got some more troops. Let's try to get this off without breaking anything. So we got some more troops back here, just all filled in. And these guys are about to flood out as well. Just more of the battalion that I have custom, and we got some gunners back here. Checking, making sure nothing's coming up on their flank. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up this little overview. Kind of a good look over there. So as far as my knowledge to this date, this is the most large Felucia MOC that I can find at this size. I feel like I did a pretty good job. Definitely probably could have been better, but there's always room for improvement, and I made this little black strip right here. I think gives a good accent. I never usually do these with my MOCs, but I think I'm going to start just to accent that the MOC kind of ends there for building purposes, but in real life it would scale back much farther. Yeah, I'll give just one more quick overview. Yeah, I think that's going to wrap up this little showcase, I guess, of the Felucia finale. It turned out really good. I'm excited to start my next MOC. I always like the building process. Yeah, I think that's going to wrap this up. Let's hit that outro, I guess. Sorry. And let's get you closed out and get you ready for the next one. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough, I guess. And again, like I said, next week will be the actual still shots you'll be able to look at, so it's a little bit easier to see. For some people, it may get dizzy with the video kind of moving around. But yeah, it's done. It looks good. I'm definitely pleased. I'm sure there could have been better, but for what I was going for, I think it looks good. And my next MOC is, fingers crossed, can be the best one yet. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. The announcement video, I've already had it edited. It's a really cool one. And then I also have some kind of cool things behind the scenes that I'm going to do with Felucia. You won't see it for a little while. I'm going to be doing a collab with someone for some content, but you'll have to stay tuned to see that. So that'll be a little while out. I don't know how soon that video will be out, but it's going to be a good one. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not new, still comment. I'd like to hear all you guys' advice, and I'll put that all for the next MOC or for the MOC that I'm building at the time. So yeah, I want to thank everybody and have a good one. See ya.